Greetings and welcome to the 1/6 Scale Man. Proudly presents another episode of You Know What It Is, Comic Book Talk with Friends on a amazing Monday evening. I am your host, Leo Rockwell, for the 1/6 Scale Man YouTube channel. Do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification so you're always up to date as to what we got going on over here on the channel. And yes, it is Comic Book Talk with Friends today. We got a lot of things to cover. Yes, we will be covering the Thunderbolts. Yes, it was an amazing film, so we will be talking about that. We also, going to spin the block on one of the best. Actually, again, an artist that, if you don't know him, you will know, and that's Chris Samnee. That's definitely going to talk about him. Episode 4 of The Last of Us. We're going to definitely talk about, which was shocking. It was incredible, but it had me on the edge of my seat. We're going to also talk about here, like I said, Avengers Doomsday has started filming. And we got like one particular cast photo up. So now, hey, for people who didn't believe before, it is filming now. So, that is, something that's currently happening at the moment. Among other things, we're going to actually cover Ultimate Spider-Man number 16, and we're going to also actually cover, World War Doom One War Under Doom as well. There's a couple of different issues that we're going to actually cover here tonight. Before we do that, though, I got to bring the panel, man. I got to bring the folks and family in here just to keep things floating in full rotation, man. What's going on with y'all, man? How y'all doing today?
Cool. Good, everybody.
I want to see how long people going to catch on to read that name, bro. But definitely, man, thanks to everybody being here. Anyway, man, Jason, what's going on with you, brother? How you doing, man?
Busy ass weekend, man. I had to, had to go to Lauderdale. My daughter, we helped open her salon this weekend.
Word.
Yeah, me and my wife.
Motherfucker, do you get a cut every day?
I try to get it every Friday.
You don't get a haircut every day?
No, every Friday.
How come your fade always look like you got this shit done every day?
My barber's a bad man.
He like that dude on social media with the routine that be cutting his hair before.
Yeah, that just be cutting his hair, bro.
My barber's a bad man. I always brag about him,
at 4:30 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, do what I gotta do, man. Gotta keep the cut slick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
man. My bad, bro. Beat your meat, man. Beat your meat, bro. Simple as that.
Heard it helps with the prostate.
That's it. Yeah, keeps it young too.
Imagine turning in 4 minutes late, and all you hear is Jay going, "Beat your meat, man."
Beat
Simple
your
as
meat.
that.
I know. Forces.
That's what keep you young, bro. Keep you young.
I knew. I was like, y'all want to see how long it's going to take for somebody to read that name.
It's good for your health.
Keep you young. Keep you young, man.
Anyway,
play is not, man. But
Vinny,
have fun with it, though. Have fun.
He just be sitting there like it's just a name.
It's just a name.
It was good.
Push the T over here. My name is my name.
My name is.
Bro, you know who I am.
What's going on, man?
Good, chilling, man. Just a busy weekend, busy start to the week. Just working on art commissions and prepping for Fan Expo Philly, and just juggling a lot. Had a lot of fun with Thunderbolts, aka we'll get into that later. And Thunderbolts Asterix. Yeah, so looking forward to talking about that. Talking about the comics and I like the artists that we're talking about tonight, and Last of Us was great last night as well. So got a lot to dive into. Looking forward to the show.
Yeah, bro, we do. We definitely got a lot to talk about. Why did this thing not? Oh, I didn't turn it on. My bad, Monday. But Yeah. Prop, what's going on with you, brother? How you doing,
Man,
man?
just living life, man. Just like everybody else, been a busy weekend. My daughter had volleyball tournaments. I don't know if you guys ever done
Nice.
volleyball tournaments.
Yes, sir.
It's
My
torturous, bro.
oldest.
So just went to Atlanta, 30 minutes down the road, and it
Nice.
feels like I went on a vacation. I spent all my money.
Yeah,
I'm
bro.
talking Spawn statue money.
Me too.
But we back. But with that being said, man, I haven't done none of the homework assignments, dude. I missed Last of Us and didn't know until you posted
Trash of us.
the joint of this. I'm still in. But
Right.
because I've been gone all weekend. And it was like, dude, I watched that last the Tales of the Underworld. I don't watch that joint 3 times.
Yeah, I loved
Oh,
it, bro.
shit.
I don't watch it 3 times, bro. It's just short.
I
little
have to watch
episode.
that before Thursday, bro. I told that's the
You
one that got
missed it?
past me. Thanks for
Right.
bringing it up.
Oh shit!
man.
That's out now. That's
Yeah,
dropped?
y'all gotta have
Yeah,
one,
bro.
Yeah.
Bro, I had a busy ass weekend though.
Bro,
Yeah,
like,
I wasn't.
Yo, I watched that at the vault. The first time I
Yeah,
watched
bro.
it was at the tournaments on my
Dropped on
phone.
the floor.
Wow.
Like, I had to get it in, bro.
I got to catch
Yeah,
up on
I watch
Andor.
that tomorrow then.
yeah, definitely watch it, bro, when you get a chance. It's good. It look, here's the thing, bro. I love all of the, pretty much the tales.
Do they show the fight with Cat and Bubba finally?
Why would I tell you if it did? But
I
I
don't
would
care
tell
about
you.
spoilers. You can tell me.
I know you
Everybody
don't,
else
but
out
everybody
there-
else
I know you
do.
Only 15-minute episodes, man. Just watch. You go watch it, man.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna watch it.
I fuck with the tail stuff. I just can't dig. I can't get it with Visions. Visions is
Visions. You know what?
Visions
Visions
been
was,
kinda whack.
Visions
The
was a
last
cool concept.
But they
Visions is cool for what it is.
Done a Visions in a minute, bro.
Yeah,
Like
the
Visions
first
is
one-
not
it's probably
something
not
that
well
they
received
do.
because they're
The
just not
first-
good. Like the first one will always be
First
fire.
season was the
and
best
then-
one. After
Yeah.
that, it was whack, bro.
You know, I thought the Vision when I first saw it, I thought it was going to be like Love, Death, and Robots.
Yeah,
And it ended
Yeah.
one
up
of them
not
is,
being.
and then it's a whole bunch of like
Yeah.
high school projects.
I think we
Yeah.
want more like cohesive stories. if you're gonna do
Exactly,
Vision.
Which I feel like the Tales. So I wasn't as mad because Tales came soon after, and Tales filled that gap that I thought that was going to. So I can look at it like, okay, that was some cool
Yeah.
experimental joint, but this is what I needed, yo. Like you said,
I
more
know those are
cohesive,
like
fill
one
in the
shots
blanks,
and they kind of
real
like
stories.
tie up.
Yeah.
Tales feels like produced, whereas
Yeah.
Visions feels like a
Loose cannons. and shit.
contest.
Do what you
Where
want to
you
do.
send in-
Yeah.
You send in your
Yeah.
home videos.
Just to see who's it's
Whatever
Looks
you
like
want,
publicity tape.
you got the most. Who gets the most clicks?
Yeah. That Samurai
Yeah.
joint was dope.
but here's the thing is though,
We can agree that the Samurai
I
one was
enjoy the
That's what I mean. There'll be one or two, but
Yeah,
then five like
yeah.
garbage ones.
Yeah. I just enjoy it for just its creativity, and what makes me happy about Visions is the simple fact that they are giving a different take in pretty much artists and creatives and the other side of the world a chance to really express themselves. I like the expressive aspect of it that they
I love
allow
the potential.
people.
Hey,
Yeah.
love
that
the
they allow
potential.
And the
people to
good
do
news-
that.
The good news is that, Vinny, you don't have to worry about that because there's 100% tariffs on films being done overseas. So
Which is hilarious. Like, how can you
no
put
more
a tariff
Visions.
on an
more
intellectual
Visions.
property? It's fucking
Yeah.
hilarious. Like,
It's magic, baby. It's all kinds of things that's been done.
nothing
that-
is being
We're like,
imported.
you can't do that. But they
Bruh.
find a way. But I did get Thunderbolts in, man. I did get Thunderbolts in.
Yeah, I you know what? I don't even want to bring the terror shit up, bro, because it's
a
so much
headache.
of a joke.
I'm
and
dealing with it. I'm dealing with this shit right now.
it's a headache, but at the same time, bro, I've never, ever seen a man who thrives on the hatred of so many individuals. Like
he loves it. He
who
loves it.
loves the hatred. Like it feeds. Like he is a class act heel, bro. Like he
Mhm.
loves it. You know what I mean? And I
Yeah.
think that basically is the attention level, because if nobody paid attention to him, bro,
Yeah, man.
you just-
Well,
if
I
you
mean,
didn't-
that's
Yeah.
why.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
look.
It's
This
70.
This guy want to shut down Sesame Street because they got a character named
Want
Donald
to?
Grump.
You did it.
Donald Grump. PCS is going there.
Oh, yeah. I
PBS
saw that.
is
You
going.
posted. Yeah. Dog,
Donald
70
Trump.
million people supported that cat.
Mhm.
And the thing is, to be balanced, any other leader would have to be somewhat balanced. Balance takes work. It takes work. He took the easy route, bro. There's got to be a dark side quote that
Mhm.
that aligns with that. You know what I mean? He took the easy route, baby. So, but with that being said, 100%.
Yeah. Anyway, man, definitely, bro. Appreciate you being here. Roberticus, man. What's up, bro?
Eat your meat, keeps it
Man.
young.
Yo, it's making worse that he's in the dark right now too.
Yeah.
Anyways, happy
Laid
to be
back.
here. Always with my brothers. A blessing to draw air on this rainy SoCal Monday. So again,
It's raining here too. Shit.
just trying to stay warm. But yeah, this weekend was pretty smooth for me, man. It was raining this weekend, so really didn't do much. Was able to kind of get into these cases and kind of reorganize and find ways to expand the display as I'm awaiting certain figures coming in. So especially for the light side, I got Ahsoka on pre-order, so I'm waiting on that. But I needed to make some meaningful room for her, so a lot of stuff on the display, and I'll make sure I make a video or some content of this, showing this off at some point once I get it really where I'd like it to be. But yeah, nothing much. Caught some Thunderbolts. Caught a couple. Yeah, did I read another comic?
Bro, I think I did. Again. Shit.
I
saw it again.
Really excited to talk about this latest issue of Ultimate Spider-Man because
it's different.
Something
it's different. It's different.
Yeah, I don't even want to use any more words, man. But happy
is this it's different. They own some different shit. So it's yeah, bro. Like the ultimate.
They do
run.
What they think what they think I think they might do in reverse what we've been used to, and flip that on its oh my word.
It's gonna be genius, right? I read your post. Use the word genius.
Yeah. It's definitely going to be genius, bro. So it's something that it's gonna be magical. Before we get to the chat, though, I gotta say what's up to the places, of course, where we get these figures and all creatives, in the creative space, man. Definitely starting off what I got Ray over there at Underground Figures. It's Underground Ray. No NRD, shipping and handling is definitely reasonable. Sign up for that newsletter so you're always up to date as to when your figure is going to arrive or a new figure is going to be revealed. Create yourself an account because you never know when it might be free shipping or a discount code on the figure choice that you're looking for. So definitely hit him up. He'll take care of you. Also, got to give a shout out to my guy, Ray, over there at Hawk Wars Toys. It's Hawk Wars Cool Water Ray. Again, you get a nice little care package, figure stickers, comic books. Your box will smell incredibly fresh. Hit him up. He got all those grill pieces that you're looking for. As always, proud sponsor currently of the Figure Flex Friday Facebook group. So definitely those figures that y'all been winning, it's coming from my guy, man. So definitely got to give him a shout out. Also, we have to give a shout out to my guy Jacob over there at Comic Relief Comic Collectibles. If you're looking for the latest and greatest, and not just we ain't talking about just figures, but also physical media. We do got to put that down. He has figures, he has comic books, he has everything that you need to proceed. Hit him up. He got his store hours and everything that's actually there. Email address if you need to contact him, he'll definitely take care of you as he always does. Also, got to give a shout out to our guy Brian Wong over there at Module Space. If you're looking for an immaculate display, hit him up. He'll definitely take care of you. So many different display options. He got you back when you need him. So definitely hit him up. He's always on point. Also, we got to give a shout out, last but not least, to my man Vin Dog. Definitely, bro. What's going on with you, man? I mean, if you're looking for everything, let me take this down.
I'm not gonna say nothing tonight because you got me tonight. I ain't gonna say nothing.
Yeah, this motherfucker. I don't trust you, bro.
Just relax tonight.
Yeah, but definitely hit him up if you're looking for that. My daughter absolutely loves this piece, bro.
Yeah, man. This piece, to be a Turtles fan, though, she got to love that one, bro.
Yeah, she definitely loves this piece, man. But definitely, Vinny, you want to give him a run through of what's going on over there at Vincent on the Arts, man?
Yeah, man. Just as always, buy two get one free on the whole store with the regular prints. Got all types of different genres there from Marvel, DC, anime, Lord of the Rings, sci-fi, fantasy, all that good stuff. Invincible stuff as well, of course, and have some canvas print options on there as well. Originals are available on the site. And as always, if there's anything that you want, you don't see, I can take care of you with commissions. Just hit me up. I'll take care of you. But yeah, I got some new canvases that I'll be doing for Fan Expo Philly, like I did a canvas version of the Turtles doing too. So I'll have that up at the con. So hopefully that pops too. So I did that one canvas print size. So I got that one as a big one. So that'll be fun. So we'll do that and lots more to come. I'm always adding new stuff to the site all the time. New stuff will be coming this week, and then I'll be throwing it up on the site as I get it ready. So appreciate the love. Always feel free to check out at Vincent Dunn Art for updates all the time, and link to the stores on the IG page.
Definitely, bro. Appreciate that. Also, two other individuals I got to give a shout out to. My man 16J over there, his actual store as well.
Oh,
If you're looking for custom pieces, bro, he got this Dark Side Obi-Wan right here. He has that Vader that he just put up.
I cannot wait.
Darth Maul.
He's making me a piece. Kyle Katarn. I cannot wait, bro.
Yeah, bro. He's doing his thing, man. He has a whole. Here's Kyle Katarn right there.
Yeah, that's the one I'm getting. Kyle Katarn right there, boy.
Wow.
Yeah, so he's definitely doing Kyle Katarn, bro. So yeah, if you're looking for those pieces, man, he definitely takes care of you, bro.
He's got him.
He got everything that you need, bro. He'll definitely take care of you as he always does. Special pieces, right there. Yeah. Yeah, definitely, bro. If you're looking for it, he got you. Also, wanted to give a super duper shout out because I'd be remiss if I didn't. Also, got to give a shout out to our girl Tina over there, and that's El Deluvio. El Duvio. I gotta ask her how to basically say it, pronounce it.
El Deluvio
is El Deluvio, I believe. El.
She's the queen. She's the queen of hair for figures. She's the queen.
Yeah, definitely. So you see here, this is the Scarlet Witch that she actually did from. I mean, not the Scarlet Witch, the Black Widow that she did for me. So she definitely laced that, and then also this is the Scarlet Witch. That she also did for me as well. So she killed it.
She would kill it. She would kill it in the salon.
Yeah, she definitely kills it. And you see this Supergirl that she basically did here as well.
Quick turnaround. Probably one of the quicker turnaround times you can get in this hobby in terms of rerouting a figure, because she's here in the contiguous United States. I mean, contiguous
continental
states.
Yeah,
continental. So again, like it's another way to just support somebody who's here
doing her thing
with us.
Bro, she's only about 45 minutes away from me. So
that's what's up.
She shipped my both Wanda and Black Widow on Friday. I got it Saturday morning.
Nice.
Just like that, quick. So definitely reasonable, bro. She does such a solid job. Such a solid job, bro. A lot of her work is there, so you can definitely take a look at it. So I told her I'm going to just promote as much as I can, so people know her work. So definitely got to give her a shout out. So let's go in, man. I mean, right off the rip, I wanted to kind of say the best to last, but I because there's a lot to really cover. Actually, no, we'll do this first because I do want to not skip out on the artists that we're going to basically be covering here today, because I think definitely he is worth covering. His work is definitely incredible. Let me say what's up to the chat, man, who we actually have in here with us this evening. We got Renz Talentino in the building. He said Diluvio means heavy rain in Filipino. Yeah, okay. Definitely, bro. Renz's new name is Cornbread, bro. He had me dying, bro. Like, bro, Renz, Renz, bro, Renz, bro, he be on one almost every day, bro. He literally
Every
be
day.
on like every single day, bro.
That's my
He's
dude, man.
I wonder if he got kicked out of class, bro. Like a
Bruh.
couple times for just being super
You know,
funny, bro.
I thought about this. It's like
Yeah.
Renz watches a lot of, of 6 scale content.
Mhm.
And I think he just has the whole universe mapped out
Yep.
of like everybody. And it's just like not in like a negative way. It's like we are his content.
Yep.
You know?
Mhm.
Pretty
Yep.
much, bro. We're just at that level. He's the puppet master, bro. He's at that level of amusement. We got Charlie the Unicorn in the building. Vinny, you got to come out west sometime. We'll see. Yeah, bro, definitely.
I'm actually working on it. I'm trying to do different things to be able to get my setup more flight compatible. So
Man, he gotta come down to the beach first. Y'all gotta chill out. You gotta wait, man.
Wait your turn.
Yeah, you gotta wait.
Well, Vinny would definitely be out in LA and or out in Anaheim in 2027 for celebrations. So yeah, you know
absolutely.
Mhm.
straight up. That's gonna be popping. Jay, you going to celebration, bro?
The one in Cali, right?
Yeah.
Or the one here.
Okay.
That's 27, yeah. But we had one here. What was the one for Florida we was talking about?
We don't know. They don't. I thought they were going to announce it for Florida, but they announced it for LA in 2027.
Oh, so they switched it.
Yeah. Well, no, that's it was. They announced
Florida
it
was a rumor.
Florida was rumored at that point, but they skipped Florida and went straight to Anaheim. So I think it's going to be in Florida after that. Either unless they're running in reverse, it'll probably be in Florida and then Chicago and then Cali, Chicago, then Florida, or they might. Who knows, bro? Because they're just everywhere with these
That's
announcements.
some bullshit.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a while before
Star
they do
Wars
another
land here, and they're gonna switch it to the fucking California. It makes no sense, but okay.
Yeah,
I guess.
Bro, I get it, man. You know what I mean? California, bro, Cali.
Yeah, I was letting you slide because you said Los Angeles before that, so but Anaheim
Cali, bro, but
Anaheim is way out too.
Yeah, I mean, but
suburb.
It's not,
Anaheim is lame, dog.
It's over there.
Yeah, pretty much,
bro. It's lame, but if you a Disney head, bro, and if you just like the atmosphere, I mean, I'm a,
I mean, at least do it in LA. Like you way out in fucking Anaheim, like.
I think it is in LA though, right?
Yeah, this is in Los Angeles. It's at the Los Angeles Convention, like that. Just
like Convention Center. Okay.
Yeah, it's you know what I mean. It makes sense that they do it in Anaheim because of Disney, bro. It's a Disney product, so of course they have to do it there, bro. It just makes the most sense for them. So you know how that goes.
That's crazy.
But yeah, who else we got in here? We got Calvin in the building, of course, bro. We got who else do we got out there, man? Let's see here. Johnny Unicorn. We got Justin McFly in the building. Thank you for being here. Pedro Lopez is in the building. Thank you for being here, bro. Forrest as well. Thank you for being here, man. Amber May is in here. Thank you for being here, Amber. As always, Edar is in here with us. Let's see who else we got. Mitchell Lawrence is in the building. Thank you for being here. Who else have we got? Let me see here. Ghetto Yoda Force is in here. Mark P is in here, of course, man. Who else did we actually got with us? They said what? Why not Oklahoma? Man, I don't know, man. Like, I'm just wondering why they don't come to New York. I guess it's just not much of an attraction for them. They go where there's an attraction, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
But I'm like, yo, you go to Chicago, but you don't come to New York, bro. That shit don't make sense to me, bro.
Disney is here. Like Star Wars Land is like 20 minutes from my house. Like, I guess.
Yeah. So they kind of
y'all gotta come see me.
Yeah, we gotta go in your stomping grounds, bro.
Yeah, I'll go out there, I guess. I've been there a few times. So
yeah, you can come out there and check out the kid, bro. Why not?
Yeah.
San Antonio.
What you say?
Being in LA is all right. Unless the
Yo, Charlie said Dragon Con is in Atlanta. Yo, I went to Dragon Con this year in Ghostbuster gear. It was hot as hell, bro.
Word.
It was
Yeah.
hot. My shoes were sticking to the ground, man.
Damn.
Never
Bruh,
again. Go to the Comic Con, got air conditioning.
Bro, it was hot as hell in Florida and Orlando that time they had it there, bro. But I was so sick, I couldn't tell. Literally, I couldn't tell, bro.
If you can't breathe, I mean, if your sinuses are screwed up, you can't tell.
You can't tell,
you can't
bro.
deal with it. Yeah.
It was
That's
just
crazy.
it was fucking insane. Do want to actually dive in here. Let's just talk about it, just right off the rip, man, because like I said, this guy is definitely super talented. And that's none other than Chris Samnee. Now, if you don't basically know his work, he does a lot for DC, whether it's Superman, Batman. He's done a lot of Daredevil comics. He's pretty much, going across the medium when it comes to like incredible pieces. But I just like his formatting. Again, Vinny is sort of like he's a mix between like old and new. You know what I mean? With just like a lot of his work. I like a lot of it's the color palettes. Well, not really the color palettes, but the heavy lines within the drawing itself. But he's real creative, bro. I really dig his work, man. What you think?
He's almost more of a graphic artist than an artist. Like his compositions and creativeness is phenomenal. I probably know him best from his Daredevil stuff. He had that
same thing,
man, iconic Daredevil cover of Daredevil running across the clothesline. That clothesline cover. Oh my god, that was like that was like definitely iconic.
Didn't he have the one with him flipping off I think he was flipping off one of the not Empire State. He was flipping off
Water Tower. He might have done one of those too, but
the Hell's Kitchen one, right?
What's that?
It's like a Hell's Kitchen cover off a Water Tower. He's flipping off.
I can't remember. It might have been.
I have it. Yeah, I think I have it.
That's a lot of Daredevil covers have him flipping. There you go. This joint here, and then the closed spell Daredevil. Like, come on,
raw man, raw.
You know what's crazy about? Well, don't wait.
Just phenomenal composition pieces with Daredevil. Like great covers, great line work. Just super clean, super story driven. One of the things that I love about his style is like it's not just creative concepts with design concepts for covers, but the storytelling and storyboarding in the actual pages itself.
Yeah,
very very smooth, easily reading, and that's just kind of a linchpin for Daredevil comics in general. I've always felt like the editors on Daredevil are super intentional when it comes to picking their artist, for picking artists whose style lends itself to smooth reading, because they tend to have very strong writers on Daredevil, and then artists who are very conceptually sound with great storytelling styles that never detract from the writing, like say like maybe a Stephen Platt or McFarlane or somebody or Finch or Hitch or somebody like that. Their style always lends itself to the writing, but if you know how much that's also a kudos to the artist for letting the art tell the story without detracting from it. That's a talent, and I love Daredevil comics for that reason. They're always great reads. It's always one of my favorite books, no matter who is writing on it, because they always put those teams together very intentionally. The Wade and Samnee run kind of came, I believe, right after the infamous Bendis run, and there was a lot of pressure on that book to keep that content at that level. And Wade did a phenomenal job, and Samnee really kept the torch burning after the phenomenal work Malieve and Mac did. So his stuff is very, very creative, very smooth, and he does a terrific job with dark tones without feeling like it's muddy or you can't tell what's going on. I love his stuff, man. His stuff is really, really impressive. So definitely want to watch for it. Pick up some of his stuff if you haven't. I like his Thor stuff too, and he has some good, Batman and Superman stuff. But his Daredevil stuff is really the standout for me personally.
Yeah,
that's all I know him from. That's weird, bro. I didn't know he did Batman and Superman. That's crazy.
Yeah, he's I think, like I said with him, like Benny said, like he's definitely, not just a concept artist, but like he's driven by storytelling through art, bro. Like just incredible. But again, like when we talk about, Daredevil, again, it's just his color choices, bro. I think like the color choices I really, really, really dig, and what he does. And it just makes the most sense. Prop, you were about to say something, man. Before you stop.
Yeah, man. You know what? Is it Muzi Chelly, David, the guy that did Year One Batman?
Yeah.
So I got on this guy from Batman and Robin Year One. I swore that they got the artist from Year One Batman to do, and even the pictures you're showing, because he used to do Daredevil as well.
It's a good call. Very similar
joint
approaches.
Some of it, the coloring's a little bit brighter in some places. Again, the Daredevil, there's some a little bit more, but yo, it almost looks exactly like that Daredevil picture you pulled up earlier looks like that version. Looks like a Year One kind of thing. So I'm kind of surprised, which is dope. Which is when you said that he has an old school kind of style. Of course, Year One is an older comic book. You know what I mean? Because it really doesn't feel old, to be honest with you. It just feels it's stylized in a way. It do kind of like a
with him though, bro. It's like he misses like Silver Age with like modern art style.
Right, exactly.
He goes on those Silver Age styles with modern art lines, and I think that's what brings this stuff out to me.
Yeah.
So, but I do got the Year One. The Batman and Robin Year One is the only comic I think. I might have some Daredevils, but I had to have that when that Year One series came out.
Yeah, I have a lot of Daredevil that he did.
With Frank Miller, it's one of my favorite Batman stories. The animated joint for that is one of the best animated joints they ever did as well.
It was like, because it was so honest to that.
That was page to screen.
But even the Batman and Robin Year One, dude, is right. It's right on par. Like again, I thought it was when I was going through. I only had issue number 1. I thought they had brought the artist back, yo. You know what I'm saying? So that within itself, and I'm looking at some of his other stuff, man. He's got it feels like that's his main style, but he's got a couple. You can tell he can do a little bit more. But
yeah, he's pretty much a very, very eclectic style with his work, bro. And I think that's, I mean, again just looking at this here, right, bro. I just love his. I don't know. It's like an 80s, genre. But you can tell basically that he's mixed with modern as well. This is beautiful, dope, bro. I just like I think this is beautiful work, bro. Are you familiar with his work? I'm not saying Bijumi. That's what I'm gonna say. Your new name is Bijumi. That's it. I'm not gonna say the full name. It's just Bijumi.
Oh man, it's French.
Yeah, Bijumi.
Yeah.
Bijumi. I think he's actually stepped away a little bit. But definitely an incredible artist, one to be reckoned with, man. So I do want to give
this kind of art is the kind. Well, I can't say that like I'm saying it for everybody, but this is the kind of pieces you can put on your wall, like nice wall art that's nice and simple. It's not doing too much to.
Yeah. And that's the thing, like visually, I love art that it's not just off the the cover, but it also covers pretty much the artist when they have an actual run with the pages. But I love art that speaks to me, that immediately when I look at it, I'm like, okay, I can see it as an actual canvas, or if it's an error that it kind of touches on, it kind of reminds me of this particular period. So yeah, man. Definitely got to give a shout out to our guy Chris Samnee, bro. He's an incredible artist. You know, and again, Sure Living still alive, so I'm definitely loving that. Bijou me. Oh, Bijou me. That's his nickname, Bijou me. I'm not saying like his nickname.
I am the
Bijou me.
sexiest
Bijou
French
me.
man of all.
Bijou me.
I am the
Bijou.
Yo,
sexiest
pull up docs.
What do you say? Be his me. Be his me.
Vagina me.
Yo, Doc is great. Yo, Bertie, because you familiar with any Chris Sandy's work, bro?
No, I'm not, because he's a lot all over the place, and right now, man, currently I'm all into like Hickman shit right now.
Yeah,
it's so relevant.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I'm specifically at. About to get ready to start that Fantastic Four Hickman run.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Buckle up.
Yeah.
Oh, he got some Rocketeer on his joint too.
Yeah. He's you know, you could tell that he does a lot.
Yo, Bloomer, you gonna love that shit, bro.
Yeah. If it's anything like how he did the Ultimates, in terms of just like the heart, the writing, the care, yeah, I'm all in. That's really what got me there. It was like, I gotta read that run. Like, he just giving me a little piece of this right here. Shit.
So what I want to jump into now, man, is definitely a little bit of again, Last of Us episode 4. And bro, I think okay, so I mean, how can I explain it? I want to explain it in a way that it kind of like, bro, we got a chance to see Isaac, bro. Right? So here's the thing, bro. I mean, when you have a veteran actor who the gravitas that you just want to see this motherfucker in everything that he does.
Yeah.
And it just made it was smart, because I questioned it, bro. I was like, okay, are they going to let him portray his role? Are they going to let Jeffrey actually come in and actually play his role? And they did. And he played it exactly the way I wanted him to, just the way he was supposed to. But like, literally, bro, like there's aspects even in the game that you cheering this motherfucker on, bro, because it makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, it's you have a character who's like sort of subliminally, they don't want to really say it, but against oppression of any form, when people aren't, voter registration is taken away from individuals not being able to vote, not being able to participate. And he's really frustrated over that. And you can tell, like, even in yesterday's opening scene, which I thought was the best way to open this fucking, episode. It was incredible, bro. They did such a great job with it. But I'm just, bro, Jeffrey Wright, bro, I can see him in anything, bro. The motherfucker's just incredible, bro. Like, incredible. Vinny, you saw it. What did you think about this episode, man?
I'm glad I skipped trailers, bro. I didn't even know he was in it.
You didn't?
No clue. And I was like, oh shit, they got Jeffrey Wright for I was like,
yeah.
Okay. All right, let's go. Which is obviously a superb choice, because you lose Pedro, and now you have another very strong A-list type actor who could come in and bring that other side to what they're doing here, and clearly a veteran. That opening was just incredible, relevant, says a lot about similarities and subliminal things of what we go through, what they're going through, and just an insane opening. And then his scene later was graphic as fuck. I mean, I didn't expect that even on an HBO show. That was wild. But it was beautiful. It was like such a such an incredibly strong actor. I'm really glad they got him for this show. I'm surprised because I shouldn't be surprised. He does stuff like this, but I feel like he could easily not want to. But he did, and he killed it. I mean, that first half with the Scar stuff was just phenomenal. He just was amazing in this. The show kind of outdid themselves with set design as well, because there's just a lot from this episode and past episodes that's literally just straight out of the game. The theater's just straight out of the fucking game. So I was really impressed with the intensity and the source material dedication in this episode, and in the acting. I thought the back half of the episode was a little slower, but they got their point across. They got the beats that they needed to get to move the story forward. And Jeffrey Wright again, I was shocked to see him, and I was thrilled. I didn't think that they would. I didn't think that they would carry him over, but they get a lot of A-list actors for a game sometimes, but for whatever reason, you could do that a lot easier, just in and out on a more flexible schedule. I didn't think that they would have him for the show too.
Yeah. I didn't think that they. Well, if you watch the trailer, they gave it away. They let you know that he was in the show, but I didn't think that they would go after him. I mean, or not go after. I didn't think he would be available, bro. The man's busy.
That's what I mean.
He's busy, bro.
He got so much that's actually going on right now, bro. And I was pleasantly surprised to see in the trailers that
he's also there. You got to think about it. He's also in the HBO family. You got to remember this stuff. Yeah, there's always a play in all of this.
Yeah,
all of these people that are on the show, they are already in the HBO family. Think of the game. This show is Game of Thrones coded in so many ways that
Westworld too. Yeah,
Westworld. Yeah, Westworld was in, right? Yeah.
Season 1 of Westworld. I don't know what happened in season 2, but season 1 was fire.
Yeah. It lost me.
You know what? I watched it to the end. I enjoyed it, man. Season 1 is the GOAT, but
season 1 is definitely the GOAT. I just think that season 2 is, and I watched it the whole way through too, but I think that they
took out the nudity, right? That was what did it.
I think it just it went a totally different route. I was surprised that they took it off. I mean, I wasn't surprised that they took it off because it was a hiatus for a while, but but no, the episode definitely, man, they did such a great job. But this scene, bro, it was so this scene and also the chase was fucking, bro. It had me on I was like, yo, these motherfuckers, man. But it's just bro, the only thing is, bro, shit kept pissing me off, bro. Why do people, when you know shit's coming, why do you turn around and watch it and pause for long periods of time? And she did it 4 fucking times, bro. And I'm like, why are you just run? All you got to do is run. Just run. At least run. You don't need to basically stand there and watch this shit. Just run, bro.
Technically, Dina's an NPC. That's a computer. So sometimes they be doing dumb shit like that. You'd be like, at least you're invulnerable, so you won't die. But.
Yeah, pretty much, bro. But it was so good, bro. I definitely loved.
Yeah, it was definitely some plot armor. In that chase, they shouldn't have made it.
Nah, hell no, bro. Not being trapped in that train like that. There's no way that you should have survived like that, bro. There's no damn way, but they did. You know what I mean? And it made for, really good, definitely good, drama and tension. But yeah, they did a good job with it. Prop, you said you saw it?
Nah, I didn't catch this, man. I didn't catch this episode. Yeah, I'm behind. But I appreciate this is the first time not seeing something and hear you guys talk. You guys are phenomenal with not giving spoilers, bro. Y'all said a whole lot, but there was no spoilers that I could hear. You got me excited. I'm gonna check
Yeah,
it out.
you got to definitely see it for what it is, man. I thought it was simply
dude, there's no
amazing,
question,
bro.
man. We just got. I can't believe I forgot it until I saw it. It's like I know some shows came out yesterday, but I'm gonna hop on it first thing in the morning, man. Y'all got me excited.
Yeah, definitely.
I didn't know Jeffrey Wright was in it. I think I might have saw him in the trailer. You know what? I saw him in the trailer because they didn't show the trailer until after the episode. Oh boy, died. Right? They didn't show the first episode. Jeffrey Wright is in so many movies and shows. I saw him in that trailer, but I forgot what trailer I saw him in. I forgot it was this show until just seeing it.
Yeah, bro. You.
I'm slipping, baby. But hey, we go. Hey, just 1 week. Just 1 week. I'll be back.
Yeah, you'll be back, bro. You'll definitely be back. But incredible. All I can say is, bro, this episode is crazy. This episode was, I think episode 2 so far is still my favorite. Like, it's still my favorite. But
which episode?
Episode 2.
Yeah.
That's still my favorite. You know what I mean? Like, that's by far still my favorite. But other than that, though, did appreciate this, for what it was, what they gave us. It was definitely incredible.
I'm gonna hear what Jay thinks, man.
Yeah, Jay, what you think, bro?
Trash.
He's with the stutter trash. Trash.
Trash. Amazing ball trash. Trash. I hate this show. I hate the second game. So the first season was what I loved about it.
So just for the record, you saw it and thought it was trash?
No, I hate the second game. I hate part 2 of Last of Us. So I'm not watching this shit. Like, it's not for me. The first season was my shit. I loved it. I love the first season. I give it that. But after season 2 and the game, I can't get into it. No, I knew it was gonna be whack. So.
Hey, just for the record.
It reminds me of like
strictly for the record.
Trash.
You did finish the game.
No.
What, the second game?
Yeah.
I threw it away. I told y'all.
No, I thought you did. I wasn't sure.
No, garbage, trash.
Because I just heard you say you didn't like the game, so you're not watching season 2. So I was just trying. You gotta be writing this stuff down. I'm just making sure.
Garbage, trash.
Trash isn't big enough.
I saw where she tried to sing "Take on Me." What?
What was that?
Wait a minute. Like, no, sis. You are a great actress, but no, stop. Stick with that. Like, don't do that. That's a classic jam I grew up with, bro. Like, don't do it. Trash. I'm sorry. Y'all can hate me if y'all want to out there, but
bro,
I hate this shit. So that's what it is.
I mean,
once Joel died, I was done. So
I mean, that you're.
I love y'all boys, but I ain't talking about y'all.
I love it because like
out there, I'm me. Y'all know I'm me all day, every day. I don't change. But
the funniest shit is if my sister sees a movie where a dog dies, I know the dog died before I see the movie because she'll say, "Fuck this movie." she'll tag the movie, be like, "Fuck this movie," and that means I know somebody.
That's my people right there.
Somebody died in it that she didn't want to die, or a dog died, and I'm
that's
like, all right, that was a spoiler without saying anything.
That's my homegirl right there.
They should be like, "Fuck this movie."
Fuck
yo,
this movie,
I
fuck
swear,
this show.
Trash.
Fuck this game.
Trash sounds worse, man, than F this movie, man.
Scarface. It's if the dog dies, fuck this movie.
Yeah, trash sound. You make trash sound like moron. You ever been called a moron?
Oh yeah.
It'll piss you off like instantly.
Yeah, the epitome of getting pissed off. But
it's a trash.
I've been hitting this game and this season 2 since when the second game came out, what, 5 years ago, 4 years ago?
That was a while ago.
Shit, I've been hitting it since then.
Yeah. Some years ago.
I've been hating season 2. Before season 2 even dropped, I've been hating it that long. So fuck this season. Trash. Sorry.
I mean, nah, bro. Like, that's your thoughts, bro. Like, so that's it is what it is.
I love y'all boys. I'm just me.
Hey, bro, you're allowed to have your opinion. I can't take that away from you. If that's what you felt, that's exactly what you felt. You know what I mean?
Can't do it.
I get it.
I'm sorry, it's so short, but I can't do it.
Hey, moving on, man. Let's move on. We're gonna talk about the Thunderbolts, man. So we're gonna talk about
there we go.
The Thunderbolts, aka New Avengers, man. Like, so here's my thing.
I love how they did this though. So the asterisk the whole time was for New Avengers.
Was it?
But here's the thing, bro. I get. Now, mind you, I love the movie. I'm just gonna say I love the movie.
Yeah.
But I think the asterisk was the whole asterisk thing, and the mystery surrounding it was the writing was on the wall, so it wasn't really a mystery.
Or for a soccer team, maybe.
Yeah, it just wasn't a mystery. But at the same time, I get it, and I completely understand it. But all in all, man, like, look, I think Thunderbolts, again, if you haven't actually seen it, those who haven't seen it, then this is not where you want to be, because we definitely dive in, spoiler talk the entire time, bro. Like, yeah, I think they did such a phenomenal job with this movie. Here's the thing. There was this conversation earlier, even before the film release, because I think right now it's still sitting at what, a 94% audience rating.
Yeah.
I think an 88% critic rating or something like that. So it's high. It's definitely high. One of the highest, and people are definitely enjoying it. Which they should, because the movie was super, super dope.
Very good, very good.
But for me, it's going to take at least, and I'm sorry to say this, it's going to take at least 2 or 3 more films after this to say that there's a consistency in that Marvel is back to where it needs to be.
Hell no. Yeah, no, we ain't nowhere near back.
Because it's not even, and I'm not even talking about, okay, yeah, we got Fantastic Four next month.
Yeah.
Is that 2 months or next month?
2 months.
It's 2 months from now.
I thought it was in June.
July.
Is it July? Okay,
yeah.
July. Okay, so we got so wait a minute. July stacked though. So we got
July
Superman,
Jurassic
Park, and what is it? This Fantastic Four.
Let me tell you, Fantastic Four is going to destroy Superman. I'm sorry, DC. I love Superman with all my heart, but
you mean like box office wise, or you mean like
box office wise? They're gonna trash Superman.
Man, Fantastic Four ain't beating no Superman, bro.
You crazy as hell, dog. I love Superman. I love Superman.
The whole world, all America. I think he's more recognizable, dog.
Yeah, I know that, but F4, we've been waiting for this, dog, for the longest. So I don't see Superman surviving. I'm sorry. I mean, it's what it is. This movie's gonna be Fantastic Four movie's gonna be big, dog. It's gonna be a huge film, bro. Like the end credits, so everybody went nuts in the theater, bro. So I mean, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I think, like I said, for what it's worth, bro, and for what it is, here's the thing. Again, like I said, the film, it went a place that I didn't expect it to go. And I think it was phenomenal, because they did a good job with not only the chemistry, but then also humanizing these characters.
Oh yeah.
And just making them so relatable, I mean, at that point. Like literally incredible, bro. Like literally incredible. I thought that the chemistry between, definitely between the Red Guardian and Yelena was incredible.
Man.
I thought that, even what they did with John Walker, they written him, he was written so well, better than what we actually saw in Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, man,
so I'm glad that they definitely get a job. Even Ghost, for the little lines that we actually, the minimal lines we got from her, I think that she was. Her action scenes were dope as shit.
Man, bro.
So she did a phenomenal job.
Yeah, she killed it.
Rest in peace, Taskmaster. But you know what I mean? That shit was quick as fuck.
Thank God. I'm so glad
that shit was quick as fuck.
Oh man.
but it made sense that Ghost would be the one to do it because you can't mimic somebody who phases through you.
But where did they have beef? They had like a beef between them two or something.
No, it was a contract killing, bro.
Yeah,
it's a contract.
They sent everybody to kill somebody else.
There was a contract killing. There was no beef.
Because
it was a
job. When she got up with Taskmaster, it was like she was like ice cold with her. Like it
was a job
after her, bro.
Yeah.
It was a job. It's a contract killing, bro. Like when you sign that contract, you sign on that dotted line. It's a contract killing.
Yeah,
not just a contract within the movie, but the actual Disney contract, yo. It was like we only paid you for this scene, yo. Gotta go.
That's it. Gotta go. Get
and
out.
That's it. I mean, there's only so much that you can do in that space, but I think it was well done. For me, off the rip, the standout for me was Bob. Bill Pullman, the way he basically played this character, the way he pulled it. That was for me, the standout, because again, the fact that he had to play 3 different characters, the fact that he gave it so much levity and like just weight was incredible. You know what I mean? And again, thank you, Marvel. Thank you, Disney, for not neutering this individual, bro.
No nursing.
Letting him be as powerful as they did not nerf him at all. As powerful as he needed to be.
Yeah.
And they damn near showed every aspect of his power and his range. You know what I mean? And I thought that was fucking incredible, bro.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for doing that. I thought Bucky's entry was incredible. It was just the way they did this entire cast, man. It was incredible. Florence Pugh again solidified herself as being now the new Widow. You know what I mean? The white Widow that we know that she should be and can be.
The female Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise, bro.
And what I like about this, bro, is that it's not another Wanda Maximoff situation whereas the dialect changes over time. Nope.
Yeah.
She still keeps that same dialect, and I love that about it, bro. The funniest part to me was a real small part. And it wasn't meant. It was meant to. I guess it was meant to be funny. Is when John Walker was talking about his helmet. He's like, "You like it?" She was like, "Do you like it?"
My God!
Do you like the helmet, bro? That shit was funny as fuck. It was just her timing.
Yeah,
it was incredible. Florence Pugh is an incredible actress, bro.
But did you notice throughout the movie though, the timing between every scene was
incredible.
Point. It was on point through the whole.
It was believable. It was believable. Everything was believable, bro.
Right.
Yeah. Everything was believable.
Right.
You know what I mean? Each character's interaction was believable. Even Valentina, bro, like, her character arc, she made it believable as a character, and how, bro, it was real. The ending was brilliant. Getting them to come through that shit, I didn't see that shit coming, and it was fucking brilliant.
I knew she was doing.
It was a setup, and it was playing. Bro. It was playing right. David Harbour as Red Guardian was incredible, bro.
He's excellent. He's excellent.
And the thing is, the one thing that I was afraid of was that we were going to get another fucking Thor Love and Thunder with him, that he was going to be too comedic, and he wasn't. Because he was comedic where he needed to be, but then he switches into the soft, gentle, emotional individual that he needed to be, that gave it weight. And I thought that aspect was definitely incredible. Huberticus, you saw the film, man. What were your thoughts with the chemistry of the characters, bro, and the beats, especially the beats between both? Because the thing is that it wasn't one of those things where it was a forced relationship with all of them.
No,
they had to work together, and then they grew together over time, bro. And I thought that was brilliant. What's your thoughts on it, man?
I really like the aspect of, Sentry having some sort of physical touch with somebody and that connecting them.
That's bro. Right. That's right out. I thought it was not going to do that, but that's right out the books.
And that first scene with Yelena's first kill, which is really graphic and sad and tragic, traumatizing, in its own right. And at the end of that sequence, you see Bob's just there, like they're just looking at each other. They both wake up, and then that happens again for U.S. Agent, right? Wyatt Russell's character, and you know, we later come to find out that his wife took the kid and left him. You know, that's how bad his things are going for him. I feel like it was a missed opportunity to do that for Ghost. That would have given us a little bit more to play with, a little bit more to chew on in terms of her character, because we haven't seen that much outside of the Ant-Man film.
But we know her story though from that. Like, I mean, they told us her story almost in detail in that movie.
She had been working for Shield on the low for years with Fishburne on the Fishburne for years.
Yeah, and see, that's why I think that they didn't, because mind you, there were two moments that we didn't see, which was her and Bucky. Because we already know about their past, so I think it was to feature the characters that we didn't know about. We even knew about Red Guardian, but we didn't know much about the other characters. And I think that again, to flesh them out the way it was, because again, we wanted to know about Yelena's time in the Red Room. You know what I mean? We wanted to know what she was trained to do, and I think that they did that extremely well. Let me ask you a question: the little girl who basically played her, was that the same little girl from Megan?
They looked a lot alike.
Oh, they kind of alike.
I thought that too, but I don't think it is.
I'll tell you one thing: that sequence was unnerving as shit.
Yeah.
You know, she gets her gun cocked, ready to load it. Everybody's still behind her, and then they get whipped. And it's like this for Yelena.
Whip.
Yeah, and like for Yelena, it's almost like when she succeeds, other people get punished.
Yeah.
You know, and there's this level of like guilt that comes with success for her. And I just love how they carried on more of, we just get past the Black Widow story and we can really start anew with some familiar characters that were introduced in that film. So Red Guardian and Yelena, you know, now being kind of more in the forefront here is very exciting for that side of things, and open up more stories when it comes to the Red Room and how that's, you know, operating, because I'm sure at some point Yelena's going to want to just go and say like, fuck this, I want to take that down. Whatever power she, you know, gains through, you know, her ascendancy with the new Avengers here. So I really love that portion, especially the portion on the back end with her conversation with the Red Guardian. I felt that was really powerful. And it just gave a lot. Yeah, okay. Pedro said, yes, same actress from Megan. That was her.
Okay.
Oh no, it was her. Damn.
Yeah, because I could tell the way she
familiar.
Looked.
So I love Yelena's portion. U.S. Agent gave us some good stuff there. And then it's Bob that kind of just tied this all together with some really fine gorilla glue, because everybody is here because of Bob. You know, Bob's attached through all these characters in a way that almost gives you that feeling like we're all pulled together because he exists.
Because of
here.
Bob,
You know, it gives you that feeling. So I really love that. Good, superb acting all the way through. It just feels like, I won't say back, but like people have said before, but this is definitely a W. This is a win for Marvel MCU. It's good to see them on the winning side again. Although of course there will be, you know, people who are objecting at this when it's just,
of course, that's to be expected.
You know, that's for their profit. You know, that's to keep their income going. It's not really about reality for some of these folks. So again, really happy about that. The end credit scene was like dope, but it's almost like the, you know, community's been talking. It's almost like, man, is that kind of like a spoiler for Fantastic Four? Because you know, but either or, I think that just drums up a lot of interest for what might happen in that Fantastic Four movie. And of course,
that's how they get to us.
And what it looks like is shaping up to be a fantastic saga with Doomsday. And then, of course, Secret Wars. They can land this. I really, truly believe they can land this.
Yeah, I think so too.
They got a lot of characters, a lot of people. I think people obviously us on the panel are open to a certain degree to this, but people are gonna have to be open, and we might have to be open to certain characters that we are used to doing a certain thing. I'll just say like Molecule Man, right? Like how he was so instrumental in that specific saga. They probably won't go that factor. You might see that character in the movie, but they might necessarily not use him in that way. Like, or i.e. how Adam Warlock, was the snapper of the glove, and that turned into Tony Stark. There's going to be something like that, a few things like that in Doomsday, and especially, of course, Secret Wars. So I'm just going to try to be personally just be as open to their interpretations, but there's a good track record being set here with Sentry. We know that the Void has been like either like a physical manifestation outside of Sentry, like an actual person against him, and also it's been used as like a version of him, and I like how they did this with a split personality, like
But they also combined in the comics when they turned. He had the red and purple uniform when they combined together. I think it was Void and Sentry together became one person too. That's dope. That's a dope one too.
So I really love that. Like a lot of good themes of, addiction, loss, trauma. These things are not often always like tackled in the MCU. You had portions of Tony Stark with his father, right? Or Thor with his father,
his dad,
Loki with his father, right? Even Yelena and Natasha with their father, mother, and it's the same thing with Star Wars. There's all these daddy problems, or mommy problems that stem from a lot of things. But I just love how a lot of this stuff was tackled in this film. I felt like they, whether they're cliche or not, I still think there are points that they said or, sentiments that they wanted to get out that are worth like venturing into, worth having a conversation over. I think if that's at the minimum here. So yeah, I enjoyed it. Again, I just think this is a good launch pad for us, and hopeful. Can't wait for July, man. Can't wait.
Yeah, to see where we're gonna go with it, and again, the after credit scene is definitely that push to what we could see, which again, we just gotta keep in mind, like out of sequence and how we're seeing it. We'll see it in sequence once we see the Fantastic Four and when they end up. So I'm wondering if that, if they're going to expand on that post-credit scene at the end of the Thunderbolts. You know what I mean? I mean, at the end of the Fantastic Four, if we'll see them, that connection. So, I definitely dug it. Prop, you said you seen it? You have seen it?
Yeah, dude, definitely seen this one. Man, there was parts I struggled with at the beginning, dude. I didn't fall in love with this, and I think I mentioned it last week, dude. I was hating on it, man.
Preconceived notions,
preconceived, internally toxic. I don't think I can call it toxic because I wasn't spreading it out into the world and on the internet typing all hard. I hate this movie.
Oh God, yeah, like the boys.
I haven't even seen it yet, but I hate it. But so I went it, but the beauty of that attitude is that when I did fall in love with the movie, the fact that I had to be turned to the light side and it happened, you know what I'm saying? What was brilliant. So with that being said, I need to go back because it was really Sentry on that I loved the film. And some of the jokes wasn't hit. It was a lot going on before that was never bad. It just felt like a normal, because I'm also going in there, this is going to save the day, right?
Ghetto Yoda is an idiot, bro. Yo,
100%.
Yo, wow.
funny. But anyway, dude, I thought it was a fun movie, man. I never thought it was bad. It was just like, okay, this is normal.
Yeah.
A lot of the jokes, the Red Guardian stuff wasn't hitting for me like it did in the Black Widow movie at first. Then I started, and US Agent wasn't cool to me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a Kurt Russell fan. So I think every time I see him on the screen, I'd be expecting to see Kurt Russell. Like, okay, this is bring what I love, bring my 80s actor back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and, Kurt was the shit back then, boy.
You know what I'm saying? So
Tango and Cash, bro.
Tango and Cash, bro. Come on, man.
Classic,
come on, man. Me and my boy just had an argument, a discussion, man. One of our friends said that Kevin Costner was bigger than Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell? No.
It wasn't, right? No. It was a certain time with Kevin
Tango and Cash, Big Trouble, Little China.
Bro, come on.
Snake Plissken. Come on,
Come on, man. But anyways, a lot of that made sense. Even my beef with US Agent, dog, it all made sense, man. Everybody worked together. The acting was dope. All the jokes started hitting. I've never seen that since. I can't remember seeing anything like that. There's hints of it, but that dude was doing.
It was doing damage,
bro. I saw Superman. I saw force wielding. I saw stuff that I loved in every movie, all in one thing, and it was like you guys had already hyped up for me. I didn't say nothing because you guys were worried that they were going to damper his powers.
Yeah.
I felt y'all excitement when I was watching it, right? Because I think I saw it before y'all went earlier that day, right? I was watching that like, dude, they're gonna love whatever this is it, yo. This dude is unstoppable. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
And then the ending, man. So it worked. So I went in there thinking like, okay, this isn't gonna start. That was it. That was the attitude. This isn't gonna save Marvel. The ending, at the very least, for me, got me excited because I didn't even tell y'all this. I haven't really been excited about Fantastic Four. I like the trailers, but I didn't have an excitement for it until I watched this. Now it's like, okay, you guys are making movies. This is entertaining. It seems like y'all got a plan. That's important too. That I think we've been missing from Marvel for a long time. It felt like they just been, I don't know, trying to trick us into thinking they're playing. This one, it felt like, okay, you guys know exactly what's next. I just saw a Fantastic Four trailer before this movie. And then you got an end credit scene that attached to this movie that's coming out months. It was like, okay, you guys know what you're doing. There's a plan to it.
The feeling is familiar, right?
Exactly.
That's what I'm getting at. And if you keep going there, we're gonna feel familiar again.
Exactly.
That's the hope. I don't think we'll ever get to Endgame and Infinity War, and it feels like
we're not supposed to,
which is fine. Yep.
We're not supposed to, bro.
Keep chasing that layout, bro.
Yeah,
right.
That's the thing is people want to cling to what's familiar. That whatever's new will never have a chance in their world because they're afraid to really disconnect with what was and what could be. Like they don't want to welcome the new characters in. Look, was it a seamless transition with the newer characters? No. But at the same time, I think it was doomed from the very beginning, of where it was. Right. So, that's how people kind of ride this space of hate instead of just giving something a chance. This is what they basically do.
Right. Yo, and Renz pointed out, which is true, that Russo brothers directed.
They were dead. They directed the end credit.
That was cool to see that they're still capable.
They did that 3 weeks ago.
That's what I heard.
The crazy part.
I remember when a certain Avengers movie was announced. Motherfuckers was like, "Who are the Avengers?" There were certain people,
absolutely,
out there that didn't know who the fuck those people were.
Right.
Yeah.
Can I say, well, two things about this movie. I loved it, right? But two things that hit hard for me was when Yelena, or as fathers in the building, fathers on the chat, whatever. We are not perfect. We make mistakes. But when your child reminds you of your mistakes, bruh, that shit hit me in the chest like, damn, bro.
That was a beautiful, that scene between them two,
bruh, I ain't gonna lie,
was a beautiful scene, bro.
Yeah, I was sitting there with my baby girl, sitting there with my daughter, and she caught me, like, I had a little tear, like, Daddy, you okay? Yeah, like, oh, I'm good. But yo, when your babies remind you that you done fucked up, bro,
that
hits, dog. That hits you.
It definitely does.
Yo, dude's acting was great. Hey, and let me rewind a little bit because I said the jokes didn't hit for me at first. I do want to point out that it didn't matter. Like it was written in a way where it wasn't distracting, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
like,
it didn't matter if it hit or not. Right,
but it was the acting and everything was just like cool, that joke. And again, the more it just felt like it got more and more human as the movie went on. You know what I'm saying? It just felt like by that scene, dude, it was just like I like this guy, like the actor, the Red Guardian, like everything.
Yeah, I like him as a person in the movie, bro. Like
admitted that he made a mistake.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I didn't call you. I should have. I made it. It was like, man, dog.
And when he apologized to her and gave her a hug, I was done. I was done, bro. I was like, yo, man. I hug my baby
as a father.
Like, give me here.
Yeah.
Bro,
Vinny,
like, man.
Vinny, what's your thoughts on this film? Because I think the part that stuck with me, and I was sitting with Toy and I was watching it, it was two parts, just because a lot of us, bro, have in some way, shape, or form, we've dealt with a disconnection of self, but also depression. We've dealt with, just certain points where you just feel by yourself. And you don't. And the part that really stuck with me and stuck out for me, again, it was when Bob was fighting the void.
The void.
And that's what the void wanted at that point, because the anger, whatever. And where Yelena ran up to him was like, I'm here. I'm right here. And then everybody ran up to him and hugged him and brought him back down. Bro, it's because all he needed to know, and for somebody who's dealing with that, is that somebody was there. And he was so surprised to see that they came back, because all his life, he's felt by himself. He's had to deal with his father. He's had to deal with, his mom, who was, pretty much a, diagnosed, manic depression and bipolar. So, he dealt with those things, but it just, bro, it really hit home in so many different aspects. And that's what I was impressed about. Vinny, what's your thoughts about it, bro, about the movie?
Yeah, that one word I feel like could sum up this film was refreshing, because I feel like we've had quite a stretch here where we felt like Marvel wasn't exactly sure how to get its footing back, and I think this is one of the first films in a while where I feel like this didn't seem kind of like a collage of different cherry picked cool things to do, and then just packaged and put out, because who really cares? It felt like it was written with a purpose and directive, and it's like they actually stopped and thought about what they wanted to do, took a look in the mirror, and did inventory on themselves, on the state of what they've been doing, on the constructive criticisms, not the toxic shit, but those constructive criticisms of where they've kind of gone wrong. And I feel like the beginning of the film, to props credit, I did feel it was a bit formulaic, a little cheesy, but not over the top, not too bad, not like not forced the way some of the stuff in other films were, but it wasn't anything to write home about. And then as we got to see, kind of as Bucky showed up, and then we got more into the Valeria stuff and then into Sentry, I felt like it just was such a smooth, intentional, and creative decision, the way that they went with it, that I just really loved the way it came together. And when it's done right and written right, all the stuff that kind of failed before, then all of a sudden seemed to work. Like, I feel like Julia Louis-Dreyfus is such an amazing actress, but I really kind of hated her role in so many films. I thought she was so annoying, and it was almost like, okay, what was the problem in those other films? Like, was it too short, where she didn't get a chance to breathe? Because it felt like she would come on and then just be like really annoying for like a couple minutes, and then you didn't get who she was, you didn't get what she wanted, you didn't get anything. And here it felt like it was intentive, it was powerful. She wasn't hamming it up. She had, and she was kicking like bars, yo. She said something like righteousness is just is without power is just an opinion. Now it's just like, yo, she was just like, so I loved her power in this, and the way it was used. It made sense. It was kind of like, and it was very interesting too, because in a way, she's just Fury from a different perspective.
Yep.
Right. Yep. I mean, Fury does the same.
That is his ex-girl. His ex-girlfriend.
Yeah. Fury does the same shit. He uses the Avengers to help, like Cecil in Invincible, like Waller in DC. Like it's the same. It's the same character, but yet the way she was written was an arrogant bitch. So she's wrong. Fury's written as a cool motherfucker. So it's cool. It's interesting, right? They do the same shit.
Yeah, backstory was crazy though.
So I love the chemistry between them. Obviously, it's what has been the talking point. I think of across the internet is just how well they seem to click and to vibe as like a family unit. I think it's understated just how great of an actress that Florence Pugh is, because she's been in like real films. You know what I mean? Like she's been in some amazing films, and this is very understated too. This is a media genius. Like, she is the perfect person to put in front of a camera and say, "Tell us about the movie."
The IP.
Her press tour has been nothing but
phenomenal,
relatable, funny clip. Like she's going to get like your mom to want to see it. Your cousin. Like she is so charismatic, and she gets so many people on her side. She's a great, so it's a perfect choice for a leader in a team in a way that Black Widow never could be, because of the type of character Natasha's supposed to be, which is cold and broken. And Yelena, for whatever reason, is you don't want to know.
You don't want to go ahead.
No, a good job of holding.
I'm a fan of your work. I'm a fan of your work,
and being such a great leading force for them. And they tone then they tone down the jokes, like Harbor, like didn't like. It wasn't just nonstop. And Walker was fleshed out. They did such a great job. Bucky was incredible in it. And then, of course, what we all were interested to see is how is Sentry going to be used in this film. Obviously, they're not, no way that Thunderbolts can beat fucking Sentry. And of course, the way they did it was, hell yeah, they couldn't beat Sentry. They all fucking dipped and ran out the room. When they just was like, fuck this, I'm going home.
And they picked up the arm, bro. They picked up Bucky's arm.
That was messed up. That was
like,
messed up,
yeah. All right, you got that. You got that.
Yeah, you beat my ass.
And the way he used his powers was incredible because, all right, yes, they're just super soldiers. So, to us, we know how powerful he's supposed to be. But I think they did a great job of displaying that even if they were much stronger than super soldiers, like he was clearly holding back and didn't want to hurt them. And just found out how to how he even has power. Like
somebody do an AI video of Vinny opening a door from
he's just learning his
from
own
Bob's perspective.
Strength. So he has no idea his own strength. So I think they did a phenomenal job.
Hey, Vinny. Hey, I like that you said that too. Like they made it obvious. Like he literally said that he didn't want to hurt them. At one point, you can see it in the fight, but I like after the fight, he says something and was like, "Of course, he was holding back."
They have her say, "Oh, he's stronger than the Avengers put together," but don't just tell me, show me. And
exactly
they showed that, he literally just it was like fighting toddlers. It wasn't an issue at all. I really liked the the transition from there to how they handled the Void, because that was I've seen and read plenty of Century comics, and I don't know if I was prepared for how well they adapted the scariness of the Void, because you're taking someone who's that powerful and just flipping it as evil, but the way he's evil in the comics isn't necessarily like a trope. It's not like some big, werewolf monster. It's that dichotomy, but it's on a more of a psychological level. So the way that they had him just, a darkness coming, it wasn't just a physical thing. It was symbolic and an emotional thing. Like it was like his depression was too much to stand, and it was seeping out. It's almost how it felt. The scene with the girl where she just got dusted, that the whole audience gasped. It was something that a lot of people just even who knew the character wasn't expecting. That it was just an incredible display of his power.
My baby was like, Dad, she's gone, Dad.
One of the parts that also hit me too, bro, is, and this shows the connection and how well the connection is between David Harbour and Florence Pugh, and them playing father and daughter, because when she walked towards the Void and got dusted,
man,
his emotions came out. It was just like, no, like, bro, it was no joking.
Yeah, he lost.
It was nothing. It was like no holding him back, bro. He was, but that's when you think about, bro, when if it's your daughter, bro, and that's what I'm thinking about. If that was my child, bro,
right?
What would you feel like? How would you the level of emotions that he was going through at that point? Whoa.
And this is right after their exchange, because when she was like, Daddy, I'm so lonely, it was so incredibly powerful. Like that was just so and it hit even more that you have a character who's always joking, and you put him in that space where they're having a serious heart to heart, and you get to see like, all right, all the jokes is really just covering up all the fucking pain and all that shit. And then they go into the sequence with the rooms, and from what I understand, there was in the earlier drafts there was explorations of multiple different rooms. Characters, different rooms, like Bucky's different rooms, and it was a good choice not to show all of them. Like we kind of got it just from seeing Bob's, but there was little stuff all the way through with just how great Pullman did a job. Like Walker, every time he called him Bobby, he never responded. He just like treated him like he didn't even hear him. And in that room, his parents were calling him Bobby every time they were talking to him. It was like
that's why.
Wow. It was just fire. There's so much, and then of course them embracing him. It's an age old thing that we've learned and we've seen from comics for a long time. It's not just the powers that a hero has, it's who they are, nature versus nurture. It's why, sometimes if you get powers, you could be a Spider-Man, but you could also be a Green Goblin. It's like who you are, what you bring into it. And we've seen that with the Super Soldier Serum, that like Captain America is Captain America because who Steve Rogers is, just like how different John Walker turned out. So we get to see like what happened when these are all just fucked up experiments given to somebody who's already fucked in the head like Bob Reynolds is, and what could come from that. So I love that exposition, and then the very kind of creative and quirky twist on, we spent how many years since Endgame thinking about who will be the new Avengers team, and it's just a bunch of fucking misfits. It's a twist on where we thought that they would be going, because it almost doesn't matter because everything's going to be shuffled and mixed up at Secret War anyways, right? So this is a great twist on that. And then of course we get the Fantastic Four after credit scene, which is all those things, right? It leads to what we've been missing for a long time, which is connective tissue, which
cohesiveness,
is one film
connectivity.
like it has to do with other films, which is why it's so frustrating that after this, where they finally bring back interconnectivity with films, Feige telling us, I don't want to have to do homework to go see a Marvel movie. It's like, the problem is not doing homework. The problem is when the homework sucks because the other films are a chore to watch. If the films were good, then that homework would be an enjoyable experience where you want to have a culture of you want to see all the different things because you just can't wait to see more and see how this affects this affects that.
Right.
Comic books interchange and intertwine all together, and some of them are self-contained, and that's fantastic. But to say that interconnectivity is something, it's not what people want when we've had 3-4 years.
But it's how you do it though too.
That have flopped
because it had connection. I like how it handled Brave New World. You know what I mean? Like they had some references, like they connected those two movies to me, but they did it in a way where you didn't have to watch Captain America.
You had to be familiar with the 15-year-old Hulk film.
Yeah. Because she said the Red Hulk thing. You know what I mean? Well, she brought up the Red Hulk as well. You know what I'm saying? Like there was a couple little references where it's like I was proud that okay, you guys didn't just completely forget that movie, but it was done in a way. If you didn't watch it, I think you would still enjoy this. You know what I'm saying? That's the key.
I don't think that they can't forget the movie. Like it's a part of the zeitgeist and it is under discussion. So they have to find a way to basically tie it together. You know what I mean? And which I think that they did do by making those particular references, making the references about Cap, at the end of, we know from what we got from the end of, Brave New World, Cap was trying to put, Avengers team together. It's just that this team beat them to the punch, which was initiated a certain way. So of course that's going to create a bit of friction, which they've actually talked about and which we'll actually see, and it makes sense. A lot of that really makes sense. But Vinny, I agree with that, because to say that, it shouldn't, or people don't want those interconnected type of movies, that's what people have been talking about the last 3 to 4 years. Is the lack of connectivity. And on top of that, you don't want to be a person who promotes that, especially knowing that, again, physical media is the most important aspect of what we see on screen. Of course, we want motherfuckers, because what they're going to say, especially if you like a character, and if it's well written, what does it do? Oh, damn, I don't know about this. I'm going to have to go read up on it. That's what you want to hear. You want to hear basically that response. Oh, this character is dope. I want to read more about it. Not a forgettable character. You don't want to neuter them. And I'm so glad that they didn't do that, with Bob and, with the Sentry. And it was like, I mean, again, the way he was played is so derivative and direct copy of what we actually see from the way he played Bob in general, bro. The way he basically played the Sentry, you know what I mean? Which is a character who's learning his power. But then the confidence and complete terror of the Void. You know what I mean? Like and bro, I loved the way they did the Void. I love the way they did the Void. They killed it. They didn't get the eyes were subtle. You can see it.
Yeah.
It wasn't I love the way they did the Void, bro. It was fucking incredible, bro. It was phenomenal. Yeah. It was. So yeah, I overall, like, I felt as though they nailed it. Again, am I going to sit up here and say that Marvel is 100% back? I'm going to need at least 2 or 3 more films after this to say they are. Because here's the thing is, the good part is we are finally getting connective tissue and cohesiveness. The bad part about it is we are finally getting connectivity and cohesiveness because it's almost damn near too late.
Yeah, think about how much more it would have meant if this film happened 2 years ago, leading into Secret Wars and all that stuff.
Yeah,
coming up.
It would have been. And here's the thing, bro. If you're reading the comics right now, One World Under Doom, and if you read that Thunderbolts issue, there's technically like the setup and the characters that they have here make perfectly good sense. But also, it's a sign of what's to come, with Shang-Chi. You know what I mean? So we could possibly see him there. So it is, Vinny, you read the book, of course, for those who enjoyed Moon Knight, that last episode of Moon Knight, the exchange that he had with Shang-Chi and what he was given, I'm like, man, why do y'all keep doing that, bro? I hate these big ass kaijus, bro. I hate that shit. But in the aspect of the book, it made sense. So, it is what it is. But I definitely, I loved it. I can't wait to see it again. I want to see it multiple times, bro. And that's what you want. You want to feel like you want to go in, and it does entice people to basically go now wait for the Fantastic Four coming up, because again, I just want to see how they're going to tie that together and how that's going to actually work. So it's yeah, I love that fucking, I love it, bro. Vinny hasn't seen it yet, but you heard this. Vinny, you didn't see it, but you heard the score, right?
The theme song.
For what?
The theme song for Fantastic Four. You heard it?
Not really, no.
Bro, that's just dope as fuck. It's a hype theme.
I can't wait. It's so close. Y'all know, man. Fantastic Four, man. I can't believe how close we are to it.
Yep. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So I want to talk about this briefly, Vinny. We're going to talk about this in a way that it doesn't spoil too much at all. We're going to talk about it in a way that it doesn't really spoil.
Sorry, let Bloomer go. It's cool.
Bloomer, bro, I wasn't ready.
None of us were.
I wasn't ready, bro. I fucking wasn't ready. I don't even want to choose this picture. I want to choose this one, because then this one doesn't give anything too much away.
Yeah, let's at least stay tame with the images.
Yeah. So we'll keep it in this aspect of it, bro. At first, I thought I wasn't gonna like what they did with Gwen. When I heard it, I was like, "Get the fuck no, don't." But then when once I read it, I was like, "Oh, okay, it makes sense. It does make sense now." And then when you get to the revelation, I'm like, "Oh, shit." Okay. So all this time we were thinking, wow. So then it breaks the circle of trust at that point. Because you're like, okay, if you're part of this organization, it's like now this is a church, bro.
Yeah.
It's a church. That's what it is. It's a cultic church. Especially when the words were uttered. I was like, get the fuck out of here, bro. They keep,
and they all live by a byline, and
yeah.
You know, he was wondering, how this person could be here and there, and it never was necessarily on that team that was introduced early on, even though they were a part of that team. But you're like, something about this character, interestingly enough, is not. They're playing by their own rules.
Yeah,
which is thematic for that character, which makes it.
Yeah.
But Jonathan Hickman and what he's doing with Ultimate Spider-Man is something that is going to be written and talked about for ages to come. The whole Ultimates universe, really, you probably could say that for, but just here in Ultimate Spider-Man, this is going to be a story that I think other writers are going to see, and they're going to try to incorporate in ways, after this. Like, I just feel like there's a lot. We might even see stuff like this appear in a movie. Like, it's that good for me to say, like, yeah, man, I could see them hearing about this and thinking, like, this incorporates some of this here. It's just that good.
It's good. It is.
It is probably, if the way that it's panning out in this comic, they're about to do something with an established group of people within the Spider-Man universe. They're grabbing them, including him, and flipping its whole premise of that group on its head, which is customary for Ultimate Universe, Ultimate storylines and things like that. They're going to put that group and flip it on its head and present that group to you as your hope.
Yeah. And the fear of it is, here's the thing. It's like the way we see this and the way we see this group is, and how we know and what we know of them, we're still carrying that with us. Mm-hmm. So you're carrying that fear of, okay, but it can't be trusted. I don't know. I don't know if it can be trusted. Are they going to basically just flip it right up? Are they going to go back to what we know, or bro? The way they are writing Ultimate Spider-Man, bro, the way they are basically writing, just the entire Ultimates run, bro. Like when Hickman is in his bag, he goes in his bag, bro. Like he gets in his bag, bro, and is like, yo. You don't want a lot of exposition. All right, I'm gonna give you less exposition. I'm gonna give you more, more I'm gonna give you less exposition, but more conversational like the dialogue.
I'm not gonna explain it to you, but the things that you want will be revealed through conversation.
Yes, through conversation,
and
bro.
Interesting dialogue where there's never a line that's thrown away. Yeah. There's things that you can miss very quickly, and you may, as the reader, have to reread that again and use your actual imagination to try to figure out what type of tone is this being said. Sometimes that is the missing key in some of these lines and some of this dialogue that Hickman presents. Benny,
he said, "Hey, I've only seen one of Bloomer's arms this whole time. What's the other one?" Yeah, bro.
Anyway, so really excited what this is gonna bring for the future. I can't wait. Gotta wait another 3 weeks because these comics come at the end of the month. They're never like a mid or early month drop on a Wednesday. They are like the last Wednesday of every month, which makes sense because it's going by a month basis. Man, I can't believe now we're going to be 16 weeks in once we get issue 17. But everything else is being set up perfectly. Like we talked about, the Picotech suit, symbiote suit, is attached to Richard Parker.
Yeah.
And he's having his own experiences with that, and also experiences along with his dad. His dad is teaching him. There's so many paradigms, or I guess I don't even want to say paradigms, but facets of Peter Parker that have been like sparingly explored, whether in comics or any various other extraneous media.
Yeah.
And what Ultimate Spider-Man is doing for the character of Peter Parker is opening up the different persons or people he can be, and seeing him in such a great light where he's older, much grizzled. In this context, almost in a like Langston Hughes, like a dream deferred, almost in a sense, like this destiny has been kept away from him, and so you're seeing this person try to recapture this time that's been lost when he should have been doing such amazing and spectacular things, but yet that destiny was kept away from him. It's such a beautiful journey to see him go through that, but also do that in tandem with the family, in tandem with the Mary Jane, not Watson, Parker, who's got his back and is in it with him. It's no longer he has to feel like he has to hide these portions and only give 75% of himself, 50% of himself. When he's with his loved ones, he feels as though he could, drop it down. Obviously, the gig was up with some of his kids early on. They figured it out once he got the Picotech, but I think that was meant to be for him to really feel comfortable in a sense. But I agree with you, Ghetto Yoda. This is in essence what people love about Mary Jane. It's like the ride or die, the perfect superhero girlfriend in a sense. Like she understands the stakes, and she's not just sitting there being a damsel in distress about it. She has her own agency, in a way that makes sense. And so, Mary Jane has always been, my number one when it comes to that. Do love Gwen Stacy, of course, but just love what's happening here. Man, there's just so much I want to talk about in this volume, but man, go out and read this. If you love Spider-Man, it's been a very treacherous path, marred history as of recent when it comes to ASM, Amazing Spider-Man mainline comic. This volume of comics, I think, this is still in the third volume. I get mixed up sometimes, but I think we're in the fourth volume of Spider-Man comics. And it's time for some new growth, and I hope that this run with Hickman,
I hope it spearheads it, bro.
Writers.
Yeah. I hope it basically just inspires that level of that continuation, because it gets so good that you get connected to this, not knowing and not really and forgetting about the simple fact that it is an Ultimates run.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, it's if y'all haven't picked this book up, man, definitely pick it up, because there's a revelation in this that's incredible. I almost miss Gwen, how she is, but then again, I'm like, well, how this is, it's like, all right, it makes sense. So I definitely love it, man. I do.
It gives her more agency rather than just being a Mary Jane 2.0.
Yeah.
Or a mirror of her. Is in what way her being a part of this story could you do something very creative here? And that's why I'm along for the ride to see what happens here.
Definitely can't wait.
If I say more, it's gonna be spoiler.
That's why I'm not, because it's just it's an amazing book.
Read it, man. Please
definitely pick it up and read this. Vinny, you read One World Under Doom issue 6, right?
I'm not sure I'm that far. I think I'm to 4.
Yeah, 4.
When did 6 drop? Did that drop like this last week? Because I went 2 weeks ago.
That was the week before last.
I should be up to date with the one. Yeah, I believe the.
What was the last one you read?
I thought it was 3. It might have been 4. I don't think it was 6. I could be wrong though. It was basically, it was, they were talking about that the team trying to stop him, and found out that he didn't really cheat or lie to anybody. He just used time to convince the world leaders of his motives. He didn't use the magic, and I think that was just such a beautiful revelation, because that Doom is still.
He didn't use that. He just allowed
on the power of the Sorcerer Supreme mantle. He's just using it to buff himself. He's just using it to boost his shit that he already does. It's just incredible.
Yeah, like he's in which, and bro, like the revelation is when asked, "Oh, I know you're using mind control," and he's like, "No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm just allowing the world to see."
To have that much, see, I think that's what is really creative and interesting about the story, because obviously the angle is he gets all this extra power and he's going to use it in a corrupt manner, but no, he's just using it to be more efficient, doing what he does anyway. Like it's a common thing that the villain always thinks that he's right, and no more so than with Dr. Doom, because Dr. Doom truly is a hero in his own eyes, and he's really, in his mind, doing hero shit. He told Strange he's not giving Sorcerer Supreme mantle back until he saves the world, and that's truly what he's trying to do in his head,
in his mind. By giving people more residency, bro, and giving them much of a choice now, and painting the heroes with a point where they it's not with great power comes great responsibility. It's that you're reckless in what you do. And he's painting the picture masterfully, bro. Yeah. Like he's painting it in such a way. And bro, like Marvel Comics right now, I've come to a conclusion that they really don't like Carol Danvers, bro.
They never did.
They don't.
They never liked them,
bro. They don't.
They never did.
Marvel Comics does not like
MCU
Carol Danvers, bro.
They haven't liked her for about 15 years, bro.
MCU picked one out the fucking like without doing any kind of research of who she is. Like, there's so many better options that they could have picked to be the face of MCU at that point.
They don't like her.
Yeah. If they would have stopped and, like, I don't know, talked to anybody, you would have seen, like, yo, she's not supposed to be likable.
No.
Yeah. Like, they what they're doing and what they continue to do is just to show in her own hubris of what she thinks. And, always shoot first, punch second, and ask questions later. You know what I mean? Like, and
Rhodey was the only one that got her to calm down. Yeah. Rhodey.
But you're playing so far into Doom's hand. It's like at every single turn, even this last Thunderbolts issue, like it was fucking nuts, bro. Like, like it's crazy, bro, what this dude is doing. But again, it's even what's even sillier, bro, is the simple fact that how stupid can Stephen Strange be, bro? And that's what they're showing. Like, it's just like he's an idiot. Like, he is painted in such a light where he's in. I'm like, come on, man, don't do my dog like that.
Not to mention, this is the second time. Like,
yeah.
Secret Wars literally happened because he let Doom.
He let Doom because he trusts Doom with, again, the level of sorcery, bro.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Like, for real? Anyway, listen, these are books and, like I said, issues, stuff that's out there that y'all need to read for, source material. And I would actually, look, I don't say read this to really understand what we're going to get in cinematic. No, it's not going to happen. But to understand Doom, there are certain books that you want to pick up just to read to understand this individual. And I think that almost I want to tell people don't do it yet. Wait till the movie drops, then go back and just do a comparison at that point. Because you might get disappointed if you read first and go see the movie and you don't get what you want.
No, Lex has a really good question.
What did he say?
Yeah, he said, did you guys read Blood Hunt before reading One World Under Doom?
Yes.
The correlation there, which I guess is important if we're recommending One World Under Doom to people, is Blood Hunt was a crossover story with vampires taking over in Marvel, and the carryover of that is Doom is using the fact that there's still vampires out there as a red herring to garner people to his side in a symbolic wink wink nudge nudge way of the way a certain leader uses immigrants and less than favorable people of this planet to garner support for his causes. If you can make another type of people the bad guy, and I'm going to take care of getting rid of them and keeping them out, then you need me. So Blood Hunt is probably
I think, and I like what he said, bro. I definitely love this statement. The less you know about Doom, the better you'll like the film, because I believe that. That's why I'm telling people don't read. Don't do a complete deep dive into Doom. See the film, then go read, because if you read, you're going to get so hung up in, and again, like there's classics books that you can actually get. You'll get so hung up in it that when you see the film and you're like, well, what the fuck is this? That could be what you get depending on how who's supposed to do it.
Yeah, Robert Downey Jr. is figuring out Dr. Doom's backstory for the film, we're in fucking trouble.
Yeah. I will say this. If you want to start on a reading guide for Doom, I think that's what we're here all encouraging. That is the curse of what Charlie's talking about, is the curse of an informed viewer. Knowledge is, as much as it is a gift, it is a curse.
It is a curse. It is a curse, because that's the same thing that happened with, again, the knowledge and understanding that we had of Kang, and to see how the mishandling of that character, and what is it? Quantumania. The mishandling of that character.
Yeah, if you didn't know shit, you'd be like, "Oh, villain of the week." All right, next movie.
Yeah, nah, improperly mishandled, and that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, nah. You. This is why I'm saying, like, with Doom, just be careful. That's what I'll say. Just be careful how you really approach it, and because you definitely don't want to get yourself disappointed. But these are some definitely good reads, man. I will say that. We're getting some good stuff, man, and we're getting fed. Absolute. We're getting a lot of good stuff that's out there right now, bro. But yeah, definitely. These are some recommendations. Go out and read Absolute. Go out and read Ultimates. There's so much out there right now. One World Under Doom. I've kind of, and this is the crazy part, man. It's like lately I've slacked off and away from the X-Men titles, because there hasn't been anything as exciting as I wanted and should be. Like, the buildup is there, but since they've separated in so many different teams, there hasn't been a run right now that I can latch on to say that I'm excited about. After the Krakoan era, it's like things have changed, and it's just not. Now, I will say the what is dope is the Phoenix run right now. That's a dope book. Storm, that's a dope read. So there's different ones out there that are incredible, but I think with the main X title, that's when it's becoming more of a yeah, maybe not for the moment. Just hasn't been working.
I'll get into X-Men once we get to that role. It's Fantastic Four right now, baby.
Yeah, yeah. Fantastic Four has been incredible.
I'll just leave some keys and live off of that, because
I did that binge over the winter from like around 2000 all the way to current. It was phenomenal.
Yeah, definitely, man. So again, definitely encourage that.
I ain't even got crash. Bullshit,
bruh. I was gonna do you dirty the other day because you was outside. You took a full length picture with you a red t-shirt on. I was gonna put the Absolute logo on the front of your t-shirt, but I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do it, bro. I'll let it go. I was like, I'll let it go. I'm not gonna do that, bro. I gonna do that to my mans and them, bro.
Delete that picture. I'll delete it.
I was like, I ain't gonna do that to my mans and them, man.
Wouldn't last long.
Anyway, man, definitely, bro.
You sick with them crocodiles on you. You about done had it, boy.
Bro.
I don't see that, man.
He gonna airdrop you a crocodile.
That's the old house.
What the fuck going on here?
Yeah.
Motherfucker from the Smacks box. I told you.
Yeah. Real quick though. And then we're gonna actually close out on this. So we got, again, right now, they are definitely filming Doomsday. So we did basically get like a cast, I think like a cast photo. They actually took, well, some of them did. They took a group photo, of the cast basically out there.
Is that them or is it AI? I'm not trusting that.
Nah, it's
I don't trust it.
It's actually them, bro. It's actually them on the set. I think, I don't know. I think somebody might have scrubbed and took them down, because I did see. No, here it is. Here it is. This is the one that
Vinny,
they
close your
actually.
eyes, Vinny. Close your eyes, Vinny.
I mean, it's a set pick, so it's nothing. It's just the ones that they already know that they announced. So we have Simu Lee, Channing Tatum, Chris Hemsworth. We got Robert Downey. You know, of course. If I'm going to get the names. Vanessa Kirby. Baccarat. Who else we got? RCAP.
Yeah.
People don't want to admit it.
Thor, Gambit, Shang-Chi, Captain America.
Yeah. So we got them there, which again, it's. I just want to see the
Who's
one
the boy in the middle. Who the boy in the middle supposed to be? I'm off.
It's Robert Downey, bro.
Yo, he looks like I didn't know who the hell that was in the middle. Wow,
that's Robert Downey, bro. So
wow.
Yeah, that's Robert Downey. So that's them basically on the set, which is interesting. So I guess here's the thing. I look at this and I'm like, yo, Channing Tatum he's excited, bro.
He's happy. He is happy.
He's happy as fuck to try to get this character off, bro. He's like, yo, at least I can get this off the ground like I want to before.
Gambit.
Yeah, bro. Like it's interesting.
I don't need more Gambit.
You said you don't need any more, bro?
Wait. Easy. He got work on his Gambit, but you can't get enough of Gambit.
It was cool for little jokey joke in Deadpool, but I was good off that.
Yeah. He got to get that accent right.
What if they handle it in a different light? Because I think it's not going to be.
They're gonna have to be a different version, right?
Yeah,
different version of Gambit. So they're gonna have to fix that.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a different interpretation.
Mm-hmm.
I hope they don't. Here's my biggest thing, bro. Is like, I mean, because you definitely see, I hope they basically address the Ant-Man and the Wasp situation in a certain way. That we're not just completely writing off Kang like that, bro. Because they have to basically acknowledge it in some way, shape, or form.
That still bothers me, bro. Like Kang getting beat by ants.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Them ants was big as hell,
bruh.
I just playing. You got to respond to that.
Yeah. I know you're joking, but you know what? It just bothered me so much. Like, bro, this dude can erase him. He can erase him from existence. Even in that realm, he can erase him from existence. How are they killing him, dog?
It just goes to show you what arrogance do to you, man. He was too arrogant.
I don't know.
It was a complete
trying to find a way.
Man, I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Bro.
I think he said something about he started dissing the ants and dissing that man. Yo,
that's probably what happened.
Too crazy.
That's probably what happened, man.
Mark Silly, bro. I'm about to make a name for myself.
Right.
Yo, Gambit was dope, man. Gambit was dope, man. He worked on that accent hard, man.
Yeah, but he got to fix it. After a while,
think so? I thought the accent was dope, bro.
It got annoying, bro.
I didn't like the costume. I like seeing the comic book. I like seeing that costume, but I don't think the costume worked.
Well, they had to fix that. It was too stiff.
That part. Yeah. That's it. That's the next.
They make it cloth to be better. It was too stiff with that leather shit.
Costume withstanding.
Leather. That shit was latex, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, whatever that shit was.
I feel as though costume withstanding, there needs to be a level of gravitas for him to make sense alongside of these heroes here. These are some serious. Some of these guys traumatized and tried and true heroes that they'll catch a joke here or there, but it's not going to be really laughy time anytime soon. For real.
And that's what I don't want is
Tom is crazy.
Is we got to see how this is played. Jason Kang wasn't at full power, and those already involved Dan's had an extra 100,000 years.
I mean that was kind of the point. Like he didn't have his time gear, but still.
To go out like that was still trash. I can't accept that for Kang. I just can't.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. I mean,
yeah, it's what it is now.
It's too late. We can't change it.
Cool.
It is. I just see my boy Cyclops get his justice. Yeah, me too, bro.
Yeah, that's gonna
definitely want to see that. I want to see that. Here's the thing. I know we're going to get a new interpretation. I know this is like a temporary situation, but I do want to see him. I think Mars and I mean, the way they did him in that movie was kind of fucked up. Not kind of fucked up. It was
fucked up. Yeah.
So, I do want to see that, but I just want to see again, because we know now they're going to definitely have to address the Monica Rambeau in that particular universe as well. So we'll see. We'll see how it's going to go. But they're filming right now. So we know that's full-fledged. I would suggest that everybody stay completely off the internet if you don't want to see any type of set photos or anything else like that.
They out there.
Yeah, they out there. Just stay away from it, man, as much as you can. But anyway, man, that's our show for tonight, man. Thank you guys for being here as always, man. Jay, what you got going on, brother?
First day back in school. I am exhausted from this weekend, trying to focus to get this last month done, man. And that's it, bro. Just school and school. I'm trying to relax now, man. This weekend, it wore me out, bro. Opening up this salon for this little girl of mine, bro. It was tough, but she deserves it. She's finally doing it at a place of business that she earned, and I'm proud of her, bro.
Dude, that is awesome.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, that's incredible, bro.
Bro, her first 3 customers were her mom and 2 sisters. So I was loving that, dog. And then after that, she had a fucking I'm so exhausted. Like answering the phone for her for almost the whole day. Like, oh my God, you're lucky you my child. But it was cool. It was cool, man. I was proud.
Jay was like, "Yo, welcome to my bad. What's the name? My bad. What's the name, dog?"
I did that like
welcome
10,
to Club
15
Shiznit.
times.
I mean,
dog. Wait, what's the name of this place, Shire? Come on, baby. I'm too old for this. Get somebody else the phone.
Yeah,
but it was nice. It was cool to see that for her.
Word.
I'm proud of her. Yeah. So,
word, man.
Everybody came in. And he was like, "Man, that hairstyle's trash. We'll take care of you."
Yeah. She go sit down. Let me tell you.
Yeah,
that trash off your head.
Scenes in the salon is absolute Superman.
Can't do it.
He's probably like, "Yo, you can come in, but you can't go have to stay outside with that shirt."
Yeah. That shirt got to stay outside. That shirt is trash.
Keep that shirt outside for real.
And, can't do it.
Straight up. Anyway, man, thank you for being here as always, man. Vinny, what's going on with you, bro?
Just gearing up for the con in a couple weeks, so looking forward to that. Got Andor tomorrow, so another 3 for Andor. So you'll see us chopping that up on Uncivilized Scoundrels on Thursday. So looking forward to seeing that, talking about it, and looking forward to more catching up on reading, get more art done, and just prepping for the con. I have some new stuff rolling out for that, so I'm excited to get that out there. Working on a few commissions and just regular JLB and getting everything done, organized. So busy, but that's the way it goes. So that's for the most part, and we'll be back here next week. Comic Book Talk with Friends to talk more comic goodness. I'm sure there'll be more in the tank next week to break down.
Well, Andor, am I being picky saying that I miss Jimmy Smits as Bail Organa?
Yeah, you being picky, bro.
I know it.
Yeah, he couldn't do it. He wasn't available.
Yeah, they said that his scheduling was just too much. He couldn't get over there. But damn, bro, he's like a legacy character, bro. Like I miss him in that role. I know, and old boy's a great actor too. Don't get me wrong. I liked him. He did a good job. I just miss Smits doing it, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, the moment would have hit harder seeing Jimmy, but
yeah.
I'm glad they didn't do no dumb shit like CGM or nothing.
Oh yeah, me too. Yeah, that wouldn't have worked either, bro.
Oh, they ain't spending that.
His head had been floating all over the place.
Right.
I don't know, Bail Organa, bro. What the fuck?
Yeah, bro.
Nah, bro.
Tarkin, maybe. Shit.
Tarkin, Luke.
Man.
You got to be up there, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, definitely, man. But yeah, man, thank you for being here, brother. As always, bro. Cannot wait for the con. What's going on with your prop? What's going on, dog?
Bro, nothing, man. Filming all week. I got to catch up, dude. Like I said, I've been doing the family thing this past week, dog. I got a couple of videos in, man. I just posted a video about the 1940s classic animation Superman that McFarlane did. 7-inch figure, man. It was pretty cool. And then I 3D printed AT or
nice
all terrain army, dude.
Yeah.
I don't be knowing this size, dude. I be blowing it up as big as the printer. So it's It's not. It's filling up a whole box right now, man. So I'm gonna try to put that together tomorrow. And and then I got the what is it? Is it the M1, the Mandalorian?
Oh, the M1 Starfighter.
Yeah, I've already had that printed, put together. So I'm gonna start painting. So I got a bunch of episodes, man. So those that missing in the prop with the building and stuff, man.
Can you back up to that? You said I'm a Superman McFarlane statue.
No, did I say that? Oh, no, not a statue. 7-inch action figure.
Oh, I'm about to say, don't do that.
No. I'm not.
All right.
It's a wrap, dude.
All right, I was making sure. I heard that right. Okay,
dude. I got? You know what? I did get this Venom plastic statue that you can bounce around. That's a nice size. That only cost me 30-something.
400. Oh, I'm about to say.
No.
Right.
It's a wrap, bro. I'm convinced that it was this damn thing, yo. It's gotta be. It's gotta be the signature card, yo. It's gotta be.
All right.
Damn.
Yeah. You learn. That's what's up.
I don't learn.
Teaching moment.
The wallet learned. I think my wife might have seen this episode. She done learned.
No, insane, man. But bro, thank you for being
here. Yeah,
man.
Thank you, man. Glad to be here.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, man. Last but not least, man, we got Bishami in the building, man. What's going on with you, bro?
Man, as always, man, a pleasure to be here with my brothers. Breathing in the air that God gave us.
All day.
Again, always a pleasure. Again, just work right now. Hopefully it should be getting in this Darth Vader sometime soon this week, or maybe at the end of this week.
Got you. The Apprentice,
Yep, Mr. Apprentice. So really excited about that. And just kind of reshuffling the collection and thinking things of over, going over lights and display, just trying to get things together. So when new pieces come in, I always have like a big, there's ever like a large piece, like a Venom. I'm always like trying to be like a year out or months out on it, or unless I'm paying on it or I'm trying to get the space ready for it. So like Grievous is like the number one thing I'm trying to build around is my, display ready for a character like that with that type of size, or am I going to have to do something else, like put them on top and do something like that? So kind of going through all of that stuff. It's always just a revolving door of ideas as well. So really excited. But again, you guys know where to find me. Sometimes on Facebook, most of the time on Instagram. I'm your boy.
I was just waiting. There's always a crescendo, bro.
Don't make me get you tonight.
Bijami sounds like
I'll let the name
Chalamet. Bijami sounds like Chalamet, bro.
Tune in next week for another name.
That's it.
Each and every week, bro. I'm pretty sure they will. But definitely thank you guys for being here. Another great episode, man. I am tired. I am exhausted. I need some sleep. So after this, I am going, bro. I'm tired. Thank you guys for being here. Definitely, we gotta say what Wednesday. If anything else drops, we'll be doing an episode of the
Howard
corner.
said, "Fuck y'all."
Yeah, he did, bro. Well, the thing is, there's a lot of stuff that he's pushing the summer showcase, moving that shit to then.
Well, I think we're gonna talk about this, but I'll give this as a preamble for Wednesday. And there is the element that's missing is the celebration element.
Yeah.
And there were figures that were made for celebration. What happened to the other figures that were planned? The figures that we don't know about. Like, what are their timetables? Like, it's just, I don't know. That's what
because they just revealed them all today. And as a matter of fact, as of this time, because you know
what the
concept
art mall.
Yeah,
I'm still on the fence.
I like it, bro. I
like that. I like that Luke Skywalker climbing into the X-wing. That's dope.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's dope.
So as of right now, the mall is still available. It's still there. Yeah, I think Vinny would like this motherfucker right here, bro.
I got one more payment on my Dr. Doom.
Dude, that Luke is expensive, bro.
Bro, that's just like $1,500.
That's a statue, right? That's a statue, right?
It is.
It's fucking $1,500, bro. And I'm like, yeah, nah.
Statue.
Here it is, Vinny.
It should have made the whole X-wing cockpit so that's the wall. Like that's whack.
Oh, that's
it should have made the whole cockpit, bro. That's dope, bro. Like,
I mean, that's a style though. Like they've been doing these joints with a piece. What other figure?
That's a really clever design.
Yeah. That's dope, man. But let's finish the cockpit out. Like, come on. Jazz will do it.
Yeah. Now, mind you, this is a prototype. I'm just gonna say it because sometimes they like to soft, especially with Sideshow, they soften the skull, but it looks good.
The fuel pump is supposed to keep the thing suspended. So I hope that's gonna be a very strong thing.
Yeah, definitely. And this motherfucker's going for $1,595, and that's before shipping, handling, and tariff fees. Straight up.
$1,595.
Nah, 15. Can't do it, bro.
That's waxing, bro. I can't.
Yeah, 15, bro. So
not in this economy.
Not currently right now.
No, that's waxing.
Yeah,
you gotta have
shit like this in this economy. Got to be the most tone deaf shit I've ever seen.
They gotta for $1,500. You better have Leia handing Luke a beer.
That's it. Out the cockpit.
Yeah, bro. Straight up, $1,500, bro.
But I got the nerve to make my fucking rewards expire, man. Let me tell you,
your shit expired.
You know how they started making some of these points and shit when you signed up for some of these events.
Yeah, let me see what my points, man. These motherfuckers, man.
Yeah,
the events. I still got points saved.
The points you get from the stuff you buy. I don't think
not the shit you buy, but that would be some fucking crazy ass shit.
That would be diabolical.
Diabolical, son.
That'd be a villain origin story.
Hurry up and buy. Hurry up and buy.
Hurry up and buy. You've been you've been on site full hour.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotta buy. That's fucked up, yo. That's even in any aspect, man. Let them keep their points. That's crazy.
My fucking points, bro.
Yeah, it is, man. But anyway, man, thank you guys out there for watching another great show, man. We will definitely be back here next week, same time, with more topics, more shit to talk about, more shit to kind of discover, man. But thank you so much, everybody out there. It's been a great episode. We will talk to y'all later on. Peace, love, and all that.
Be a man, lick her toes.
It's disgusting.